It can be extremely disheartening to look around us and see what appears to be everything getting worse. I am 33 and I feel like my entire life has been the witnessing of everything getting worse. My dad, for example, left school with no qualifications whatsoever, did a bunch of odd jobs, then got into the hobby of photography, went to university, got a job as an architectural photographer, and made a really good middle class wage whilst being able to travel around the world, and my mum stayed at home to look after us. They sent me to a private school that specifically supported children with disabilities like mine. I went to university and studied something I was interested in, and I live in a council flat in Glasgow on benefits. And I am sure that everyone my age has their own version of these stories. But what I believe is happening at the moment is called an extinction burst. In behavioral psychology, when a certain behavioral pattern is being extinguished, it doesn't just disappear, it doesn't just peter out. It makes one final push to establish itself. It goes in as hard as it possibly can to try and maintain the current system. That is what we are seeing with capitalism. What we are living through is the extinction burst of capitalism. Now, obviously, that kind of sucks for us, but it is something within which we can find hope. Because what we need to recognize is that already across the entire world, we are establishing a new social order. Gramsci, for example, talked about common sense, not in the sense of stuff that everybody knows, but in the sense of like the baseline socio-cultural knowledge. Every social system or class system needs its own common sense, and out of that common sense come organic intellectuals who are people who are able to get the good elements of good sense, Gramsci calls it, from that common sense and coalesce those into a new conceptual understanding of reality. And it is from there that we build new models of culture. That is what we are doing. Currently, we are in the soup of a new common sense where there's lots of bits and bobs. Some of them are not helpful, some of them are really important. What we are in the process of doing, what we need to be doing, is identifying which aspects of that work, which aspects of that don't. We need to be reconceptualizing them, explaining them, connecting the dots, and building something new. Capitalism is not coming back from this, and while some people may be pushing for a sort of neo-feudalism, we won't let that happen. This is why it is more important than ever for us to be developing our social skills and our ability to dialogue, to connect with other people and their ideas in a way that is not destructive but constructive. Capitalism does not come back from this, but it is our responsibility to provide an alternative, one that is grounded in our innate connection to each other and to the world around us.